Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Matt and Steph from Symmetry Creations. We are here. We are live for the last hour of the campaign for... Are you not hearing me? Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you right now.
What? All right, so listen, you need to do the intro. I will just make myself join back in. So you let them know what's up, and you know what? We will go from there. Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
everybody.
I have no idea what you just said, so.
I was saying, hold down the fort while I go out real quick. Hey, everybody, how you doing? It is Matt, and it is Steph from Symmetry Creations. Steph, why are we here today?
This is the final hour of TATSUMI number 3 Kickstarter, and this is what we do every time we do our final live stream to count down and look back on the campaign and talk about the rewards and the story and all that kind of fun stuff.
And we are super stoked about this campaign. I'm going to go play the campaign video because I want to make sure while the campaign video is playing that we make sure this is out to wherever it needs to be. So here we go. All right, so that is the campaign video for our Kickstarter campaign for TATSUMI, the Serpent Mistress, number 1 through 3. For those of you that don't know, I end up doing all the music for Symmetry Creations for all of our campaign videos. I really love doing that. That is going to be a part of our next album, whenever the next album so decides it's going to happen. That's going to be on there. We'll talk a little bit more about the next album later on, but you know, that's not the discussion for right now. The discussion for right now is this campaign. So Steph, let me ask you, not putting you on the spot, how have you felt about the performance of this campaign as it's gone on?
I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite campaigns that we've ever done. I won't ever say that anything is my ultimate favorite, but this one has been, knock on wood, because we still have a little less than an hour left. This one has been a lot of fun to promote. It's been pretty seamless and easy. And what I have personally loved is seeing the fan reception and reader reception from this. And we have done a lot of things differently this campaign, slightly differently, not largely differently, where we've kind of like looked into the analytics a little more now that we have so many campaigns under our belt, and we've started implementing things to where we're like, okay, we know names, and we say this every campaign, and we truly mean it. When we see repeat backers, there I am. When we see repeat backers back us, we celebrate. We go, oh my gosh, we're so excited that they're back.
Absolutely.
We're so excited that they're here. And because, and this is a good problem to have, there are times where names slip through the cracks and we're like, oh my gosh, that's right. This person has not backed yet. Let's reach out to them. Let's send them like a friendly little message because it's summer. People are busy. That's been one of my favorite things that we've done this campaign, but I've really enjoyed and loved this campaign. I feel like it's been fairly stress-free, and it's just, I don't know, it's just been a blast. This is why we do what we do.
Yeah, I really love this campaign, really love this issue of the story. I know that, obviously when people run a Kickstarter campaign, obviously dollars matter. Obviously, the backer count matters. But for us, we really, really like this issue where the story is in this issue is something that's super, it's a really fun part of the story. We've done a lot to make sure that there's going to be things that are going to build on the things that were there previously, but it's not going to be so telegraphed that you're going to get an issue and be like, well, I saw every single thing in that issue coming. That's not the way it is. There's definitely some swerves, some crazy, some wild things. And we're going to get to one of the craziest, wildest things right off the bat. And that is our buddy, EFREN Ramirez, a.k.a. Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite. And you know what? I'm going to just make sure that he's got the link to be able to watch this. So, he may not be able to, but you know what? That's our buddy. Steph, why don't you tell everybody how we met EFREN while I share the link?
So what year was it?
2024.
Okay, so 2024, we were at GeekCon in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is a regular convention that we do every year. It's one of the events that we look forward to every single year. We have met such incredible supporters of ours. Greg, that runs the show, is so kind and accommodating to us, everyone there. And so it's just become like a regular fixture of a convention that we do every single year. And EFREN was a celebrity guest that year. Now, most of you know, some might not know, that Matt is a PA announcer and he is an MC and panel host. He does celebrity interviews for Scaradise in Tampa twice a year. And so that kind of like bleeds into some other conventions where they will ask him to moderate or host a panel. Even though like with Scaradise, he's the main MC. So with what was interesting with Geek, so we get to know like a lot of celebrities that way. We get to befriend them, get to know them, because obviously if he's going to be interviewing them on stage for 45 minutes to an hour, we want them to feel comfortable. We can't just meet them 20 seconds before going on stage if possible. The difference with GeekCon was Matt was not the panel host, not the MC. He and I were just walking past the
green
celebrity row.
Yep.
And we were, if anybody has ever seen us at a show or ever seen pictures, we try to coordinate our outfits. We try to really dress up, because anybody can show up, and this is no hate against anybody that does this, but like anyone can show up in jeans and a t-shirt. That's not our style. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not our style. That's not what we want to do. And so our outfits have like progressively throughout the years have gotten wilder, but we try to keep it kind of like dressed up. And so we were walking past EFREN's table. I believe it was the end of the night, because he did not have a line. And he complimented us on our outfits. And so we stopped and talked with him, because we both are fans of Napoleon Dynamite. And from there, it just sort of snowballed. Let's
remember. As I remember very clearly, we were walking to the green room. Yeah. He stepped out from his table. He's like, dude, what are you guys all about? He saw the way we were dressed. Like, what are you guys all about?
And I feel like that was the Friday. It was at the beginning.
Yes, it was Friday.
So we had several conversations with him throughout the weekend, because we're like, this dude is really cool. Like, he's really nice. All three of us just really got along. And at one point, I feel like it was that weekend. At one point, he said, I would love to be in one of your comics sometime. And we were like, well, we can make that happen. And literally exchanged phone numbers and have been friends with him ever since. Even before there was ever a discussion about putting him into one of our comics, because as soon as we talked with him, we were like, this guy is really cool. He's really laid back. He's so down to earth. We definitely want to do this and collaborate with him. But there was probably like a good year or so where it was just banter back and forth, like texting with him. So it wasn't like, it was a mutually agreed upon thing, but it was built from like a friendship that had gone over like a year or so.
Yeah, when we became friends with him, he actually was like, he asked what we do. We were into comics and all that, and I will never forget. He was literally like, "Hey, man, can I put your number? Can I put my number in your phone?" And like, I'm like, "Dude, sure, man."
Like, okay. Yeah.
And yeah, he was just a good guy. When LA was having all the fires, you know, we're asking him how he was doing, and he was showing us, you know, giving us like dropping pins and saying, "Hey, this is where I'm at. Here's where the fires are at. So I'm good right now." Just, you know, checking in on him as a human being. Just a good guy, a good guy. Yeah. Everybody obviously knows him from Napoleon Dynamite, but he's done some other things like he's done some horror movies, Satanic Hispanics, Seven Cemeteries is the most recent one he did with Danny Trejo. So it's been good getting to know him and seeing how you think Napoleon Dynamite being a 20-year-old movie, maybe it's run its course, but that's the furthest thing from the truth. It's a fan base that is continuing on and on and on, and it's growing. Him and John Heder and John Grease from the movie that's Napoleon Dynamite and Uncle Rico, they actually own a minor league baseball team together, the Mummies. And so that's it's been wild, you know, being a part of it. And so one of the things about this in the campaign, actually, if you take a look at the image that's on screen, the image at the bottom left, that's actually the image from Saturday. We took a picture on Friday together, and we didn't even coordinate that with him on Saturday. We were wearing our black and white outfits. He wore a black and white kind of stubby looking outfit. So we took the picture like we were going to be the muscle. We were going to be the muscle. Steph was definitely going to be the lead bodyguard, and we went from there. So yeah, we purposely haven't talked about what EFREN's character is in this yet because we want that to be a surprise once you pick up the issue. And we'll go from there. And, you know, once this happens, you know, once it's done, we'll definitely talk more about his character as we go into issue 4. But for now, we're talking issue 3. I'm going to scroll back up to the top of the page, and then we're going to show some of the comments that we've got so far. Okay, so I'm just going to go and refresh. So right now, 84.91, which we're thrilled about. This is the best campaign we've had since we call it the golden era of Kickstarter, which was 2020 through 2022. Really happy with the way this is going right now. We're striking distance from a stretch goal at 9,000. Will we make it? That's up to you guys. But even if we don't, we're super stoked with this. So let's go pick up a couple of these comments. So you got Mordrax saying woohoo. You've got Andrew Duggan, our guy from Tifton.
Yes.
I can't wait to get my copies of the books. I pledged to the Dragon Tavern. The Tavern.
My goodness.
Stuff. So if you look at so Steph, show off your shirt real quick.
Okay.
Give him some Vanna White modeling.
This is one of our shirts that is an add-on, and this was from the last campaign. You can still pick it up because we love add-ons, and I love this shirt because it's a baseball tee, even though on me it's basically a long sleeve shirt because
the stuff is tiny. She's very tiny.
Yeah. So, but I do love it. Obviously, we kind of did like a little Stranger Things homage. But that's just one of the many add-ons that you can add on to this campaign. And so I wanted to wear this today. And it's kind of funny because people have really dug this shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And
Dash Hooper. That's his favorite. It's his favorite streaming shirt. I love it.
Well, major shout out to Dash Hooper, who has repped us by wearing it on many live streams during this campaign. And really appreciate that because that's awesome. Like when you walk around with a shirt, it's self-promotion, and so we always appreciate that.
And one of the cool things about this shirt, so Andrew said he pledged to the Dragon, I think it was the Dragon Completionist Tour. So what that was there was a very couple small number of tiers where we took some items and put it into tiers. So for this campaign, there's another variation on that shirt. There's some other Dragon stuff. There's a foil version of the cover that's got that. So we took that shirt, put it alongside the new shirt, some other items that are in there, and put that into the campaign. So Andrew actually backed a tier that had 2 shirts, had the socks from the last campaign, the cover, all kinds of fun stuff. Anything that showed the dragon or the shield and all that. Yeah. We're going to get into that a little bit more in just a second. Yeah. Then you've got a Old Mordrek's coming in saying completionist backer. So what's a completionist backer? That means he's one of the guys that scrolled to the bottom and said, I want all the new stuff in this campaign. It could have been shirts, socks. We'll scroll through here just a little bit, all the different things. One of the things, minus the in-sim hat, we have some brand new leatherwork from GB Leatherworks. We'll talk a little more. This is a wearable Cthulhu-esque slash Widowmaker mask. The Widowmaker's on my shirt. This actually looks like a big, giant, bulky mask, but I can tell you this is actually one of the easiest, most comfortable masks to wear and see out of that GB Leatherworks has ever made for us. Yeah, these things aren't cheap because you can see the quality and the craftsmanship on here is second to none.
It's incredible. The work that they do, we've literally tabled next to them at events before and watched them work. And they're like medieval blacksmiths. So we have seen firsthand the time and attention and detail that they put into these things.
As you can see on the back here, if you're like, hey man, I've got a pinhead-sized head. If you're like, hey, I've got a watermelon-sized head. There's actually this piece with 4 different buckles. So no matter how small or how huge your head is, I've got a gigantic head. No matter how small, how huge your head is, you can make this thing work and fit and be comfortable on you. And you might look at it and go, how do you even see out of these things? They import the screens for these eyes from Europe. And because they know that these things are easy to be seen out of, and there's vented holes in the front to breathe out of. So yeah, they just did a great job crafting those things. We are so stoked to finally have some new GB Leatherworks stuff in here. And I can tell you that we've planned on this for probably a year. We've been planning on getting the Widowmaker stuff in there. You know, we've got Widowmaker socks, this Widowmaker shirt, got the Widowmaker poker chip in here, all kinds of fun stuff in this campaign. But we're so stoked to have the mask and also to have the Cthulhu or Widowmaker leather keychains.
And shout out to our completionist and Mordrax, another person that we met at GeekCon that has been a support of ours throughout the years. So, you know, you never know what show, what event that you're going to do, where you're going to meet someone, and, you know, that's going to form. So
let's see what some of the other comments are here. So Andrew Duggan said, barely missed the early bird incentives, but I think I might be able to get the special medallion. So we're going to talk about that medallion here in just a sec. That's a great thing. We're going to scroll down to the campaign and show you what the heck we're even talking about there. John Westhoff throws the horns, always throwing the horns.
Thank you, John.
And he said it's the pledge. Yeah, pledge level, Dragon Master level. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that if there were things that needed to get brought in. So one of the things we want to make sure of is we want people to be able to get the items they want in as few clicks as possible. Somebody might be like, hey, I just want to go to a tier. I want to pick a tier. I don't want to have anything to do with going to add-ons. So we want to make sure people have the ability to get the different options that they want there. Some people want to be able to go and a la carte mix and match in the add-ons. So if it's like we've got cover artists that have done multiple covers. Obviously, Alessandro has done one as the main artist. Chess and Gwyn have done a series of covers. If you're like, hey, I want every Chess and Gwyn cover for this series, there's a tier where you could go and pick that up. And so we want to make sure it's easy. And so Andrew said that he picked up the Dragon Master level, which we're super stoked about. Yeah. More Drax says that mask is sick. And then Andrew has a question that, Steph, this is a fun one to answer.
Okay.
You think they can make leather armor for cosplay type quality? 100%. We've seen, Andrew, we'll message offline about that. They literally do Renaissance fairs, and their stuff is second to none. Like I said, leather work for cosplay is not cheap, but they do the best work. I would put their leather work up against anybody. The quality, the stitching, my hands cramp up watching them stitch stuff together. It's just...
And they've talked about how wrecked their hands are. And I will say, without getting into detail, I have been at other shows elsewhere where there have been vendors who have leather work, and this is not a dig at them. These are vendors who are doing their best. But I have looked at that leather work and I have said to myself, this looks great, but it's not the quality that GB puts out. So that, again, that's not like to trash any other leather worker vendors, but that just goes to show that if you back our campaign and you choose leather work that we feature from GB, you're getting the best quality leatherwork I have seen in person.
Absolutely.
And we've been to a lot of shows and have never seen anything that has the quality and precision that they do.
And that's not saying that their work is not good. It's saying GB likes to push their stuff above and beyond.
Yeah, of course. Like
there could be great. I'm saying it could be great quality work from them. GB's is a little bit greater. So Andrew mentioned, he also said, and I picked up some Keto and Tatsumi too. That's right. He wanted to make sure that he has everything. He got Tatsumi 1 from us. We were just up at Grey Ghost Comics. Shout out to them in Tifton, Georgia. And he also made sure he's got Keto, which is the prequel, which we definitely are making sure people now know you want to pick up Keto because it's helping to expand the story and it's helping to expand on where we're going to be going. No spoilers there. But then he also made sure he got Tatsumi 2 and Tatsumi 3. So we're really happy and thankful for that as well. And Andrew, you said that you hope that you might be able to make that medallion incentive. Right now, you are in that level. So what is this golden medallion? So we decided this time we were going to do a brand new thing with our poker chips. Yes, we have our normal poker chip for the Widowmaker this time. This is probably one of my favorite poker chips we've ever done. I think
me too.
Big hit at shows.
For sure.
But we decided this time we were going to do a special limited tier, not even limited tier, limited item called the Golden Dragon Medallion. So what this is, and this is something that will not extend past the end of the campaign. This is something that when the campaign ends at 5 o'clock, if you're in the top 15 backers by dollar amount, by pledge amount, you are going to get one of these bad boys. So here is the Golden Dragon. And what we're doing for these, we've actually gone the extra mile and we've got the cases for these, and it's a double-sided case. So you can see on the back side, the double-sided case. And
I love these so much. I just think that it's a great addition to collectors who want to keep their items pristine.
So the top 15 will get one of these. This is considered a gold level supporter for this campaign. Now, we're not allowed to say this on the campaign. We're not going to talk about why, but just know we're not allowed to say this on the campaign. But hypothetically, if Steph and I were having a conversation at some point after the campaign, we're going to do a drawing for all the other physical backers that are not in the top 15. You got to be a physical backer. And we will give away the other 5 of these. There's only 20 of these that'll go into distribution, cannot be bought, can't have somebody that says, I want to go get it a certain number. You can only get one of these, and you have to either be in the top 15 or that. So that one, if you are a late pledger and you late pledge and you're a physical backer, you might be able to get one of these coins in that 5. But the top 15 pledgers to get these will be when the campaign ends at 5 p.m. Eastern. We see all the credit cards clear. Once that happens, we're going to know who the 15 are that are going to get this, and we're going to be pretty happy to be able to give away these golden medallions. We want to know what you guys think about these things. If you think it's cool that we're doing these special elite items for the campaigns, let us know. Let us know. So Andrew had another comment. He said, when it goes to backer kit, I might pick up the other issues of Heirs I don't have. So for this one, we don't do backer kit on there. We don't do any kind of automated pledge manager. However, we always make sure that people have the ability to get post-campaign add-ons. So if there's something that you want to do, normally we will work out some with you. We'll just go through our PayPal and then we'll make sure it gets added into the campaign.
We do that frequently, so
Absolutely.
Not an issue at all.
Absolutely. As my late great brother Mark Knowles implored upon me, which is our business practice, we are never going to be in the business of sales prevention. So whatever we have to do to try and help to get people the items that they want, we're going to make sure that we do. So Steph, we are 34 minutes left on this campaign. I think we need to take a small little break. I think we need to take a break and we need to look at a Napoleon Dynamite meme. Because EFREN Ramirez is in this campaign, we felt like we needed to do these memes this time. And
mostly Matt, because let's be real.
Yeah, but still, they're still fun. They're still fun. So we felt like, if you guys wanted, this could get read and could try to make sure that it was in as close to Napoleon Dynamite voices as you want. If anybody in the comments wants to hear these things get read in as close to Napoleon Dynamite voices as possible, just let us know. If nobody says yes, then we won't read them.
Pretty boring.
But if anybody says, yeah, read that thing, then we will.
I will say on there's no way I can read this. So
Okay.
You're going to have to do a full.
So you know what?
I can't. It's little dots. I can't read it.
Our buddy Martin Piero, the leader and doer and master and ruler of Cosmic Times Comics. Also, he's going to be at Infinity Convention in 2 weeks in Tallahassee. He is the showrunner for PalmCon, and we are going to be down there at PalmCon in November. Great show. If you are anywhere in the Treasure Coast area, you want to get down to PalmCon. Great show run by a great guy. Show that we want to be a part of every year, just because of so many different factors, but mostly
one of
because
my favorite shows that we do every year.
And Martin is a great guy, and it's a show that is worth your time. But okay, so look, so once I said that, you had Martin said, "Oh yes, please do. Yes, yes, yes. More Drax, do it."
Well, I guess we have to do it. So here's the thing. I mean, you could send it to me. I just can't read it. So if you send it to me via Messenger, I can look at my phone. But it's just like it's like.
All right. So do you guys hear that? You guys hear that? So Steph is saying, if you guys want Steph and I to trade off and both do voices, comment again. Say yes. I want you both to do it.
I'll do Pedro. See, like we just.
You're going to do Pedro? Okay, no problem. So
I'll do Pedro, but you got to send it to me via Messenger.
I'm not doing that right now. So I'm going to
even with like major glasses, I would not be able to see it.
No. I had to open it. I had to open it up separately on my side too.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. So here's meme.
All right, here we go.
Numero uno. So let me make sure. Let's make sure that the fan base is good with this. Okay. So you guys ready for this? All right. So Mordock says, do it. All right. So I'm Napoleon and you're Pedro.
You're Napoleon and I'm Pedro.
Andrew said both. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Go.
You guys ready for this? All right. Okay. You ready? Can you read it, Steph?
I can.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Pedro. Where you been? Haven't seen you around.
I've been hanging with my friend EFREN and stuff. He's going to be in this comic book called like TATSUMI, the Serpent Mistress.
Lucky. I want to be in a comic book too. Gosh.
Maybe one day you'll develop those skills. But for now, you should just get this one. It's got like pirates and martial arts and stuff.
You had me at pirates. Okay. Tell me where to sign up.
It's easy. Go to tinyurl.com/Tatsumi3. And then pick a tier and pledge to. You got to do it soon because it ends on June 26th.
Jeez, that's like in 31 minutes. I'll do it as soon as I get home, as long as my brother's not hugging the internet. All right. So that was the first meme we did. We were super happy to do that thing. And
we mini Matt.
But everybody seemed to like it. And you know what? You know who else liked it? EFREN liked it.
He did.
And EFREN is our guy. And, come on. I mean, the guy, what's going to be the crowning achievement, the feather in his cap in his career? Is it going to be the fact that he was in Napoleon Dynamite, or is it going to be the fact that he was in a independent comic? Clearly, it's going to be Napoleon Dynamite, but hopefully we're like a close second or 12th or something.
No, I think we're first now.
All right. So if you guys like that, we did do more than one meme. So if at some point you would like us to pull up another meme and read another one, you got to let us know in the comments if you want another reading. Another exclusive reading from both Steph and myself. We will consider doing such things. Yes, June 26th, that's Stitch Day. And I can tell you that I actually had a message. Did you guys have a message from Dorothy this morning?
I did. I got a message from her early this morning about how it's Stitch Day. And of course I loved it. And
yep, Dorothy Ramundo, which is, this is Peter Ramundo's wife, or you could say that Peter Raimundo is her husband. Peter Raimundo
Either way.
animated your childhood, and Dorothy is a integral part of the business side of who Peter is nowadays. Such an awesome dude. Look at that. Even Martin said
Peter's,
so we have our little group. We have our little vibe.
Yeah,
so it's
Peter's a good friend of ours. Dorothy, I adore her.
So Steph, myself, and Martin all got a message this morning about 626 Day. So now we're going to rethink 626 Day, because now 626 Day is the day that we complete this campaign.
Yeah,
so,
which is kind of fun that we didn't even do that on purpose, but
no, not at all.
Peter and Dorothy are great friends of ours, and Martin. And so whenever we do shows together, which is typically like Collective Con in Jacksonville, Florida, but a few other shows too, we make sure that we all get together.
Comic-Con, yeah.
And I will say it's kind of ironic, not to dwell on this for too long and dampen the mood, but I did see, Facebook always tells you when it's friends' birthdays, and the late great Carl Merlin's birthday is today, and Carl was a good friend of ours, and he was part of that group, and so he was an incredible comic artist who has done stuff for us in the past, and he was part of that group, and we would all go out to dinner together, and he sadly passed away a couple years ago. And so it is kind of interesting that it is all coinciding. All of this is all coinciding on this day. So cheers to Carl. We miss him every time we get together, and it's just not the same without him. But it's also Stitch Day, and it's also the last day of our campaign. So
Martin also said, let's just make sure really quick. We'll hit this quick and move forward. Dorothy is also fun at Walmart. The last time we were Collective Con,
I missed out on that, and I'm sad.
Myself and Martin and Dorothy went to Walmart at Easter, and going into Walmart at Easter, and this year it was all about Stitch, Easter baskets, and all kinds of stuff like that. And she went absolutely ape, getting tons of Stitch stuff. And
their shenanigans inside of Walmart.
Martin and I were definitely encouraging her to spend a lot, and it was actually pretty fun. Like,
so great.
We didn't have to encourage her much because she was already in that vibe. We just were like, here, get this and get that too, and get this and get that too. So Martin said, yeah, I saw that too about being Carl Molin's, the late, great Carl Molin.
Yeah. Give him a shout out.
Now, I will say this. We do have a Carl Molin cover. He did cover B, the Majutsushi for I Am Keto. You can get that as an add-on. Or if you're like, I want to get I Am Keto and then Tatsumi 1, 2, 3 and get the guest cover sections, you can go get all of the guest covers, including Carl's, in that section. So Mordrax says more memes. So you know what? We're going to read one more meme right now. And then
send it my way, and I will.
I did. So I sent you a meme your way, and then once we do that, we're going to try and hit a couple of things in the campaign really quick before we get to the very.
Okay. So am I Rico?
Yeah, you can. You want to be Rico, or do you want to be Kip?
I'll be Rico.
Okay, you want to be Rico?
Wait, who says more? Because
Rico. I think they honestly are about even. Honestly, Rico says more. Rico says more.
All right.
Rico says more. So you want to be Rico or you want to be Kip?
You be Rico.
Okay, so
I want to say that much.
No problem. So here we go. So here's Uncle Rico. So I'm Rico.
Yep, you're Rico and I'm Kip.
All right, here we go. If Coach would have backed that Tatsumi, the Serpent Mistress Kickstarter back in '82, things sure be different. No doubt in my mind.
What are you even talking about? The campaign's running right now. Jeez.
Really?
Napoleon made me get out of my chat room the other night so he could pledge it to it at tinyurl.com/Tatsumi3.
So you're saying if I go back there to that cyberspace address, that I might be able to change my fortunes, that I might win state, that I may be making millions, that I might live in a big old mansion with my soulmate?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
There you go. And scene. Thank you all very much. That was the scene with Uncle Rico and Kip Dynamite. So Steph, that was an amazing job of being Kip.
I wouldn't say it was amazing. It was
that was by
fair
far,
middling, but you know what? I got it done. So
that was by far in the top 2 readers of that Kip Dynamite meme since we created it. You're in the top 2 for sure.
Well, that's a very low bar, so yeah.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say? All right, so Martin said, get them covers, yo. Yeah, so we're really happy. So we got 23 minutes in the campaign. We're going to try to cover a couple things. So we're 84.91. If we don't get another single dollar in this campaign, we are thrilled and happy with the way that it's performed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this has been a great campaign. It's been, I want to say it's been stress-free, because every Kickstarter campaign comes with its own sets of challenges, but we've really gotten to a groove lately, and I feel like we kind of know what we're doing, and most of it is Matt, but
it's still a team effort, and it's still definitely something that we have done. This is now our 18th campaign of ours. We've done one on BackerKit. We've managed 21 different campaigns. This campaign officially is going to put us over $100,000 raised on our own campaigns officially. I think nearly $130,000 on campaigns we either run for ourselves or manage. So that may sound like a lot, but that's spread out over 6 years. But still, that just shows there's some perseverance, and we're very appreciative of our building and consistent supporter base that's out there.
Yeah.
So Martin, I like what Martin is saying here. Come on, get that number at 8,500. We're literally $9 away from 8,500.
That's my hope. I would love to get to that. That's kind of been my little goal for the last few days. So
our next stretch goal is at $509 away. If we don't make that, that's okay. We'll put that stretch goal in the next campaign.
Yeah.
We're at 84.91 right now. Let's see what we can do. Can we get it to 85? Can we get to the stretch goal? You never know what might happen at the very end. All right, so in this campaign, I'm going to try to go rapid fire here. If you look at this graphic, you can see that we've got the shirt that Steph is wearing. We've got the Golden Dragon version of that's on a black shirt. We've had people that requested if we could get a black shirt of that, so the Golden Dragon's on the black shirt. We've got the limited edition foil cover with the knockout, so the shield is what's going to shine through in foil. We've got 3 different covers. We've got the Chessingwin Ready for Battle cover. We've got the Seaborn Tyrants cover from Alessandro. We've got Ren and Shodi back again this time with the Empire's Fury cover. And then we've also got Definite Article, aka Sarah White and her company, that is once again doing some insane laser engraved wood covers. This time we've got some color changing paint. We've also got a reverse engraved cover. So what that means is normally when you have a laser cover, the laser is going to dig in and laser out the design. This time she's painting the whole thing and then lasering out everything that's not the design. So you're going to get a wood cover with the design raised up, which is pretty freaking cool. So let's see here.
And I got to see the wood covers firsthand in person, which, of course, most of you know I'm in California and Matt's in Florida. So the day-to-day operations and deliveries get sent to home base, which is in Florida at Matt's place. And but I was there last month.
Yeah, for
last month.
2 weeks ago.
Last month for our signing at Grey Ghost Comics in Tipton, Georgia. Shout out to those guys. And while I was there, I got to see the wooden covers in person, and I was like, yeah, these pictures don't do them justice. They are incredible. They're really cool. So
I can tell you, pictures don't do the covers justice. Pictures don't do the metal cards justice, which we'll get to in just a sec. And pictures don't do these coins justice. They are just incredible. So there's I'm going to try to rapid fire this stuff. So there is the cover A, which you see the Seaborn Tyrants, which has got the Widowmaker on, that is a part of this campaign. Okay, so Martin, real quick, Martin just said, can I get the shirt Matt is wearing? Not a shirt like it, the actual shirt. So listen, Martin, if you're serious, because it's you, I will let you buy this shirt directly off my back. You just need to tell me one very important thing. Do you want me to wash it first, or do you want me to not wash it first?
No, stop it.
Martin might want the essence. You never know.
No, listen, no, you don't.
Martin he might want to wash it himself. I'm not going to tell the man what he wants to do. Come on. All right, so back to where we're at here.
Please, no. Well,
so
no.
You've also got Chess and Gwyn with the Ready for battle cover. Oh, Martin said don't wash it. Okay, we'll talk about this offline, Martin.
Dirty.
Seriously, if you want this unwashed, we'll talk about it, man. Okay, so you have Chess and Gwyn with the Ready for Battle cover. Chess and Gwyn, our favorite sister duo from Visalia, Steph's hometown. Yep. They've done tons of covers for us. They are a manga sister duo. This cover does two things for us this time. This cover is one of our favorite covers that's been done. But if you were a part of the last campaign, look, I'm over here on frantically trying to pull something out here. That sounded bad. That's what she said. But
that's a whole other show. That's
yes.
Instant After Dark.
So the last campaign we did these foil covers. Let me go and bless myself back a bit. Okay, we did these foil cards.
I feel like scoot back when you do that. Okay.
Did these foil cards for the the Women of the Dark Conquestors. So that was our set last time. This time, we're going to have a different style of foil, but those foil cards are going to be based on that cover. So all 7 individuals that are on this cover will be in the Ready for Battle foil set. That cover's got Tatsumi in the middle. It's got her 2 partners in crime from the ship The Side Stalker, Lydia Snake Arrow with the dreads. And you've got Marley that's wearing the helmet that's got the pink sticking out from under the helmet. You've got Ulysses Freeborn and Warwick Settlebearer, the 2 guys in the front holding the shields. And then behind her, you've got the twins from issue 2, the Runehammer twins that have decided to join in on the quest as well. So you're going to have a 7-card set if you get that trading card set in this campaign. Next up, we've got Renan Shoddy's Empire's Fury cover. Renan did the Tavern Brawl cover in the last campaign that we were super stoked about. We wanted to get a different guest cover artist for this campaign. Nothing against Renan, but that is what makes it a guest. But this cover was just too freaking cool, and we had no choice but to give in, to bow down to the greatness that is Empire's Fury, and add that to this campaign. Then you've got cover D, the Golden Dragon reverse foil. So that's a part of the package that Andrew was talking about earlier that he is a part of, the tier that he's a part of. There are, where the heck is, okay. There are the 4 different wood cover options for this laser grave wood cover. You've got the purple metallic. So that is a metallic paint that goes purple. You angle it a certain way and it is black. Then you've got the gold reversed engraved. So it's painted gold. And then Sarah's going to laser out everything that's not painted. So that design's going to sit on top of the wood. There's some that want the unfinished wood covers. And then you've got the dragon scale green metallic, which is like gold and silver. And if you angle that thing, it is
it's pretty cool looking.
Wicked. You know what? I'm going to do this really quick. Music on it. But if you look at that, that's the purple and black metallic change in paint. And then right after it, this is the way that the paint is going to look on that dragon scale. And so, we normally only do 3 different variations on the wood. This time we're doing 4 because which one of those do you take out? I mean, you can't take one of those out.
Yeah.
We already know what we're going to be doing with the next campaign. And we'll go from there. So let's see what else we got here. So show us some samples. We're not going to go through the samples of the art because if you're getting in now, you know where the samples of the art are going to be. So then the merch, there's the shirts. We also got glow-in-the-dark guitar picks. I can tell you this right now. We'll give you some inside scoop. So the reason we've got brand new guitar picks this time is because of our boy Mordrax. Mordrax wanted to get some guitar picks, and so we decided, you know what? If we got somebody asking for guitar picks, we're going to go ahead and get our 3rd new design on glow-in-the-dark guitar picks. This is a Tatsumi guitar pick that's got the Widowmaker on one side and the Golden Dragon, or the glow-in-the-dark dragon, as it might be, on the other. So I'm being
the glow-in-the-dark guitar picks always sell really well at shows. Whenever we have them out on our table, people will often comment about them, and it had been like a little while since we had done a new design, so it was the right time for that. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Oh, so look at that.
They're pretty cool.
We're at 8504 now. Look at that, 8504. So great. We jumped over the 8,500 mark.
Yay!
Yes, man, that's what I'm
We
talking
got
about.
to 8,500. That was my hope, my dream, my goal.
I'm talking about right there. All right, so we're going to try to go really quick through the rest of the stuff here before we have to get to the end of this thing. And for those of you out there, when we get to the end of this live stream, we are going to wrap it up fairly quickly after 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. Steph has to get out to her gym job and need to make sure she can get there on time. We do have one more meme to read. We're going to make sure that we read that meme as well. People have talked about, Andrew said he dropped an additional 15 on some more chips. That's what I'm talking about. Great. So that's how we got over that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yay.
So here's some of the things. If you're somebody's like, man, I want to add some stuff on. We've got all different kinds of shirts, got all different kinds of socks. Like Andrew said, he added on some poker chips. We've got 10 different poker chips that you're able to have added on. A 10-pack would get you all of them. There's wood covers from Tatsumi, the first one. There's wood covers from the second Tatsumi. There's the Golden Dragon. I can tell you right now, those pictures right there, I want to make sure that you guys know there's no AI involved in that. There's no Photoshop manipulation. That is literally just me putting them in my light box, taking a picture, and that is the picture unedited other than to put it into a picture.
Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool how shiny those things are.
Very shiny.
Okay, this is the thing we haven't talked about. We'll do this super, super quick. So we have got a cross promotion with Richard Rivera over at Stabity Ever After, which is a Stabity Bunny title. If you back our campaign physically, you are going to get card number 3, which is the purple card on this set. If you back his campaign physically, Richard has left that campaign in late pledges to make sure that if you're a backer of Tatsumi the Serpent Mistress number 3, you have the opportunity to go in late pledge physically to that campaign. If you late pledge to that campaign, you'll get that first card with the orange sea serpent. The only way to get the middle card that's got Tatsumi and Stabity Prime on it is to back both campaigns physically. You back both campaigns physically, you get all 3 cards. That is why Richard left his campaign in late pledges, because he wanted to make sure that backers of this campaign have a chance to be able to get the whole 3-card set. He's not going to leave that thing out there for very long in late pledges. So if you haven't backed that thing, when 501 hits, go make sure that you've late pledged to Stabity Ever After at tinyurl.com/Stabity EA2. Once again, that is tinyurl.com/Stabity EA2. All right, look at that. I see some more movement happening over here.
Yay!
8516. So we'll tell you guys this. We've got some personal goals. We're over 8,500. If say we got to 8543 or we got to 86, even with late pledges, those are going to be some personal goals of ours that would right now, this campaign is in the top 4 campaigns that we've ever had our hands to for ourselves. So it's in our top 4 out of 18. Previously to this, all of our top campaigns were in the golden age of Kickstarter, 2020 through 2022. So for us to have a campaign now in 2026 that is breaking into those top 4, we're so thankful. Just can't even explain to you guys how thankful we are. We do know there's 10 minutes left, and anything could happen up, down, sideways.
You never know.
But that's where we're at.
Kickstarter.
So, okay. Let's make sure that I talked about all the different things. And then I think at that point, we might be back to having to get that 3rd meme. All right, so real quick, there's our stretch goals. You guys have got the 3.5-inch Widowmaker sticker that's already going to be a part of a physical pledge. You've got a behind the scenes where we're going to do an extra page or 2 that's only going to be in the digital version that gets a little more into the behind the scenes with EFREN. We might actually include, because you guys have been so good, we might actually include the very first concept art for his character. Well, you never know what we're going to do, but that's going to be a digital only. So every backer, digital or physical, are going to get that. And then you've got 7,000. We got a Tatsumi bookmark coming. Then you've got a new trading card. Every physical backer is going to get Silas Silvertooth, the Portmaster at the Port of Alabasas. If we were to get to 9,000, you'd also get a trading card for Helena, the proprietor at the Side Quest Tavern from issue 2. If we don't get 9,000, you know what? We might just take that and move that over into the next campaign, but you never know what'll happen in the next 9 minutes.
You never know.
So Andrew just had a comment we want to go comment on as we're scrolling through this insanity. He said, would the 8546 or 8600 get any additional add-ons? If you got errors books, Andrew, that you haven't gotten, we would make sure that we would get you some errors books that you don't have. We'll make sure if you've got things like that, we'll go and make sure that the things that you don't have will be in that. Okay.
Yep.
So stretches. The next stretch is at 9,000. So that wouldn't get to the stretch, but we would make sure.
We'd have to have a very benevolent person right now to get us there, but you never know.
You never know. So
Wants to.
Steph, we've got 8 minutes left, and we're firing through this thing. We want to make sure that we get to our third and final Napoleon Dynamite.
All right. I'm going to get my phone ready so I can read it on my phone.
So once again, for those of you that are just tuning in, the reason why we've got some Napoleon Dynamite action going on, and I mean, you can make a meme about whatever the heck you want to make a meme about, but the reason why, if you look at that little purple circle that is on the anime burst that's on there, it says this issue is going to have a guest appearance from EFREN Ramirez, the actor behind Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite. He asked us if at some point he could become a character in one of our titles.
Yeah.
And it took a while, but we finally got to a point where that would work. And Alessandro and Alan have been knocking it out of the park with the art and colors on it. And we can't wait to show you guys what his character is going to be. How it's
better hurry up and read this meme before it ends.
Yes.
I'm going to be Pedro.
You want to be Pedro this time? Pedro's got a lot of lines. You can be Pedro, absolutely.
I was Pedro last time.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, so I guess I need to put it up on the screen. So I found out a little bit of inside info. The very first scene when EFREN auditioned for Napoleon Dynamite, this was the scene. All right, so are you guys ready? Here we go. Just listen to your heart. That's what I would do.
I don't have much to say, but if you vote, if you back Tatsumi, the Serpent Mistress, on Kickstarter, then all of your wildest pirate dreams will come true.
I backed it, and it's sweet. Even with the hand motions. Yay, holy, I'll back Tatsumi. I will too. Ching, listen to your heart. Back Tatsumi, the Serpent Mistress, 1, 2, 3. Boom. So, we had a lot of fun with those things. I had a lot of fun putting that stupid pirate hat on.
He absolutely did. He was giggling like a...
I giggle like a schoolgirl during that stuff.
Like a schoolgirl while doing it.
It's fun. It's fun.
Do it. It's all fun and games around here.
It's all fun and games until you make a meme about it. And I will say this. As a complete side note, I want to make sure to just let you guys know. You guys might look at my eyes and go, but I have a new tablet, the camera's of it, and it really brings out the difference in my eyes. And especially when I'm on these things, I'm like, people are going to look at me and be like, is that dude part husky? Is he blind in one eye? Why are his eyes so crazy?
Or one of the worst things we've gotten is people think he's on drugs. Which
people think I'm on drugs because my eyes.
From the truth, man is not on drugs.
So for the record, just so you guys know, about 20 years ago, this is a football injury. I was practicing for a touch football tournament, and I had a full speed head-to-head collision with Ryan McElfresh, the guy who runs CFB Dynasty that I also work with, and my thumb went into my eye instinctively. I went to stop him from hitting head-to-head. My thumb went in my eye. We still hit head-to-head, still had a concussion, and in doing that, it damaged the muscle in my eye that makes it expand and contract. So I still have normal vision in both my eyes, but because this eye doesn't contract like this one does, you get it in a situation like this where you've got a ring light and all that, and it really makes my eyes look absolutely freaking ridiculous. Just wanted to let you know.
But we promise you he's not on drugs.
Yep, not on drugs.
Never has been, never will be.
That's right. Not on drugs, any of that kind of stuff. But that is why my eyes look like I've got two different color eyes. My eyes are the same color. This one is just completely dilated, and it's always that way.
Somebody very famous had something a little similar, and that was David Bowie.
David Bowie had exactly the same thing. He had his eye, his cornea got scratched, and that's why. Yep.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
So, Andrew has a couple of comments over here. He said, let's see here. He said, I think the next campaign should include a special cover or something for Grey Ghost. Stores can get a special cover. We'll talk to them and see.
We've done it before.
Bearded Brown Coat, which is my local LCS here, has done a series of store covers. We could talk to them about that, but that's up to the store. We'll see if that's something the store would want to do. And then he said, or even a special location called the Grey Ghost Tavern. I may include that in a game of mine. So we just had the Side Quest Tavern, which was a part of the Dread Crew of Oddwood, the band that we had in issue 2. So we did a lot of homages to the Dread Crew. We made sure that there was phrases, things like that in there. So I don't know if there's going to be a place where we can have a tavern like that or a location like that as we go farther into the story. We don't know, but anything's possible.
I will tell you what, though, our plan is to try to make it back to Grey Ghost Comics in Tipton, Georgia. It's kind of like a wild thing where
annual by far.
Yeah, like Matt went there last year for their, was it 5-year anniversary?
It was their 6-year anniversary, yep.
Okay, 6-year anniversary. And he had been told by other creators that it was a great place to go. Had an incredible reception. I said, I want to go out to this little town in Georgia that has an amazing fan base and support system with Grey Ghost Comics. And so we were able to do that last month. And I flew out to Florida, and then we drove up to Georgia, and we went there, and it was
awesome.
A blast. It was a blast.
All right, so.
And we got to meet Andrew, who has been a supporter of ours for years. So
all right, we got a picture. And Andrew, I don't know if you know this or not, but we actually sold a shirt to a guy because you wore our shirt.
Yeah.
He was like, I want the shirt that guy's wearing right there.
He's like, I want that shirt.
We didn't bring any with us, but I had our inventory, and I knew what I had back here in the warehouse.
Shirt.
And actually sent him a shirt that Monday. So we sold a shirt just because you wore it.
Yeah. So it was great.
He said, and Andrew just said, I put a good word in with the owners who wanted Matt to be there as well. So listen. As you see on the screen, we are now counting down in seconds. 85, 16, 135 backers. We are counting down in the seconds.
Yep.
If nothing else happens on this campaign, we are more than thrilled with where it's at. The spread of the different things that people got, the fact that the economy is the way that it is, to see this campaign be at this level is very heartening for us in a good way. Not disheartening, heartening, because
yes.
Because
it humbles us, it makes us very happy.
We know that there's a lot of struggles out there. We go through struggles as well. But seeing the kind of support that is out there, knowing we've got the right kind of products that you as supporters want from us, knowing that we put a story together that people want, because we have a lot of people that are backing digital that want that. You're not going to go back digital if you don't like the story. You're not getting anything but a story that you appreciate. So we are super, super thankful for each and every person that has backed this campaign. We really want to be able to give back to you guys with those stretch goals and with those kind of things. Steph, do you have anything you want to say? It's going to take 28 seconds.
No pressure. No, whenever we see a name that is a previous backer or friend of ours, family member of ours, we celebrate because we go, yes, they backed again. When it's a new backer, we celebrate just the same, because it's like, oh my gosh, like this is somebody new, and did they get everything they need, and are they missing something? Do we need to message them and let them know, hey, you're missing this specific issue. You're new to our campaign. We love it. This campaign has been so great and so much fun.
We're at 85, 30, so at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, look at that. Confetti and the whole bit. Yay! This campaign's been a blast. It's been really fun, actually.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I didn't get to go on as many live streams as I would have liked to. Matt had to kind of like carry that because they were on times where I was doing the day job or whatever. But I'm glad that we got to do our final live stream that we always do now. It's kind of a tradition. And we just celebrate. Okay, yep. Now I got to move back. Whoa. Okay.
Just like, give me a sec.
It's okay.
So we'll go back and we'll put the screen back up again in just a minute. yeah, really, really thankful. And absolutely, unless there's some major event happening, we always intend for Steph and myself to do this. There's been times that it's been just one or the other. We've had times where I had a technology issue and Steph had to carry it for a little bit. There's been times that Steph had a technology issue and I had to carry it.
Yeah.
We've had times like last time where we had a special guest. We had Pirate Stabity Bunny on with us the whole time last time.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we've got other guests that come on with us as well as time moves forward. One of the things that I will say again, this coin right here, 15 people, we're going to know at the end of this campaign, which just happened, who's in that top 15. Now, granted, your card has to clear. Once your card clears, we're going to know who gets one of these things automatically. And then after that, we'll figure out what we're going to do, the live stream that's going to decide the others. And we'll tell you this, when we do that, we're not going to divulge anyone's names because you backing the campaign, you backing the dollar amount you back for is none of anybody else's business.
Yeah.
So all of that is going to be taken care of by backer number. So we're going to put the backer number of all physical backers that are not in the top 15 on a wheel, and then we'll spin it. And if it lands on 76, hey, if your backer number is number 76, you just got one of these two, and that's how we're going to handle it.
Yeah.
But again,
it'll be fun.
That's all hypothetical. That's Steph and myself talking hypothetically about something we want to do, something that has nothing to do with the Kickstarter campaign whatsoever, right, Steph? Nothing to do with it.
Correct. Yep. Nope. Nothing to do with Kickstarter at all. Just something we're doing on the side.
That's right. So,
please, people.
Super stoked. Martin Piero, I'll make sure that I don't wash this shirt. We'll talk about them more after. So, lastly, you know what? There's one thing we have not talked about, Steph. I want to make sure that we do have the opportunity to make it very quick because I know you've got to go. We normally this weekend, every year, we want to try to go to Infinity Con in Tallahassee. Yeah. I am a PA announcer.
Not this coming weekend.
Right. I'm a PA announcer for Brave SC USL2 soccer team. And we are unable to make it to Infinity Con this year because I've got a game that lands on the same weekend. If I don't have a home game, then we could go up there for the 3 days we need to be in Tallahassee. This year, we had to find a one-day show because we can go to a one-day show on Saturday, and then I have the game on Sunday. And so this is the first time, this is the official announcement. Steph and I are going to be Indie Comic guests at First Coast Comic-Con at the Indie Comic Creation Con that's in Jacksonville. It's a one-day show only, which will give us the ability to go to a one-day show on Saturday. And then I'm going to be down at my soccer game on Sunday at Brave SC in the Villages. So if you're in the Jacksonville area, come and see Steph and I at the First Coast Comic-Con, the Indie Comic Creators Convention, one day.
I will be flying out again. 2 months in a row that I get to go out for that. But
a month after that, we're flying to.
There we go.
A month after that, we're flying
to
Tallahassee.
Infinity Con because it is a great show, and we did really love it last year.
Alrighty. So yeah, we know Martin's going to be there. David is going to be there. David Herringer runs the show. Great show. Great environment. They run it at FSU's basketball auditorium, which is
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, if we can get back out to Infinity Con at a later date, we will. But yeah, next up is going to be that First Coast Comic Con in Jacksonville on July 11th. After that, we're flying out to GeekCon in Shreveport, Louisiana. Then we have our insane September. We have some stuff that's happening in September we haven't even announced yet, but we have our typical Ocala Comic Con that I'll be at. Then after that, we're going to be at Scaradice, which is going to have an insane, absolutely ridiculous guest lineup. But we keep paying attention. We will make sure these updates are out, whether they're on our blog of Destiny, or they're on our Kickstarter campaigns. So, Steph, we need to get out of here. So any last words you have before we say goodbye?
Just super thankful for everyone that participated and commented and watched this live stream. This is what we do every time. Thankful to all of you guys for your support. Even if you didn't back the campaign, which of course we're very thankful if you did back the campaign, but even if you just shared or commented or talked about or did anything to help promote us during this campaign, We appreciate you guys so much, even if you just offered words of encouragement. Honestly, like via message, like any of it, it does not matter. It gets us through, and this was a great campaign. We're very, very thankful for all of you.
And we will say, cannot wait to get this issue finished and in your hands. And we cannot wait to get issue 4 going, because issue 4 is done. As far as the art goes, we're still doing lettering and all. Issue 4 is done. The story that's in there, you're going to get your mind blown by that. We have officially started we've already started working on script, but as of today, there are some small things we need to resolve for the issues past that point. We've been doing a lot of work on that. Alessandro is going to be very happy about this information, finally pushing past that. All right. On behalf of Steph Cannon, my name is Matt Knowles. We are Team InSim / InSimagery Creations. We are super, super thankful for each and every one of you that came out and hung out with us for this last hour of this live stream for Tatsumi the Serpent Mistress. We thank you guys, and we will see you the next time.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
All right, stay by, because here we go. And now I'm going to end the stream. And it is. When is it going to say? When is it going to say done? When is it going to say done? Come on. When is it over?
Here we go.